Adam Nansen. It's a common story na pag OFW ka, ipapadala ka talaga. So, no one is being left behind. If no one is being left behind, dapat ina-address din natin na dapat wala din natin take advantage. Na common story yun for OFWs. Nagpapadala sila and yet wala silang nakikita na result ng pinapadala nila. And then there's sa sharing program, meron tayong digital agriculture. So they can monitor real-time data na farm na fund nila. Para naman they are confident na may patutunguhan yung pera nila. And then if they decide to come home to the Philippines, na meron na silang babalikan, na meron silang sustainable agribusiness. So I think aside from no one being left behind, there should be no one being taken advantage of.
Thank you, Ms. Maika. So for the last three questions, first Carlo, and then Sir Neil, and then Sir Edwin. Thank you.
Hello po, good afternoon. Sir Glenn, maganda po sinabi niyo kanina about the Department of Agribusiness. Ang ganda po nun. Pero ang nangyayari po kasi ngayon dun sa ating Department of Agriculture, nagiging Department of Agricultural Importation, puro imports, ang dami pong ganito. Kasi it's being a solution dahil po dun sa malalang crisis. At ang common perspective ng mga tao, pag imported, mura. Pag locally sourced, medyo mahal. So, discourage tuloy yung mga local producers, yung mga tao na bumili locally, no? So, paano po magagawa ng sharing program na ma-promote itong mga agricultural innovations doon sa local market? At ganoon din po sa ating mga, shall I say, entrepreneurs, no? Na how can you help na encourage the market, especially here, to go local?
Yeah, that's a very good example, observation. So we have one actually policy group at Searca, which is related to this one, is the farm consolidation. Because if you look at the traders or you want the businessman, they like the volume. If you are planting banana 1 hectare here, 1 hectare there, and they have different timing, because they will ask you, example, SM will ask you, give me 20 tons per week. You will not use it. That's the question. So it's easier to get 20 tons from India, from China, from Vietnam. So one of that is we could help by proposing this farm consolidation clustering. So we have to cluster the farms, not really putting them into one farm, but the farmers will be organized. It's a modified, innovative cooperative, because cooperative now is there's a little problem with the cooperative, but we have to make it more advanced, more digital. And that's an example. I'll just give you one example. And the other one is this currency project also. But importation should be very important politically. Because if you're a politician and you don't want to, if you don't import, then there are more consumers than producers. So you will be put out from the next election, or there will be chaos if the supply of sugar and the supply of rice will be limited. Because the problem now is the volume. So we have to consolidate, organize the farmers, and synchronize the plan.
I think for startups like us, we're answering the pain points, right? And we have to ensure that we're not just making money from our business, but we have to ensure, at least for us, that we're contributing a viable solution to an existing pain point. And at least at the standpoint of Go Eden, the pain points we have noticed at the farmer level, all farmer types to very basic. It's an issue of profitability and productivity. And it starts with problem-solution mismatch. The example I said a while ago, you buy a product from the farm and it's not even close or remotely close to addressing an insect infestation at your farm. Because may lack of access to information, farmers at an individual level suffer. So how do you encourage a farmer to crop on the next cropping season kung yung cropping season niya talo siya? And you cannot just simply attribute that to weather. There are a lot of factors contributing to that, such as dahil hindi siya maalam magbasa, or some vendors are just pushing whatever is in their inventory, in their physical store, in their shelves. It's a one basic premise na gusto i-address ni Go Eden, Na for example, in our website, you search leaf hopper. Lahat ng pesticides regarding to leaf hopper, dapat ma-recommend sa'yo or ma-option ka. So if you're looking for example, seedlings, gusto mo tayo ng plantation, lahat ng seedlings, yun, may access ka. So three things, access to information, access to finance, and access to technology. I think this is what we are gradually building on, no? Para maging sustainable yung mga local productions natin. But of course, you know, magic doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process, but we have to be patient because agriculture as like yung crops, mahaba talaga yung gestation period. So, yun lang.
Just to add to that, I think Vietnam is now gearing towards self-sufficiency and they will be limiting exportation from their country. So that is why we really have to innovate and improve our food security and food systems here in the Philippines. Because Vietnam is one of the top exporters of agri-products. And if that happened, if they are geared towards self-sufficiency, then we will be having a problem. And another thing is that the problem for the farmers is that the organization within the community. Because that's why our tagline in Farmbox is creating a better agri-community. There is no unity and even organization among farmers. Like one of the examples is that si Mang Ben, he planted tomatoes and kumita siya ng malaki ang tomatoes. The whole community, the whole farmers, all the farming population will plant tomatoes. And that is how the demand and supply will be crushed. Kasi you have a lot of demand, you have a lot of supply, but the demand hasn't changed. So that is why for Farmbox, we managed to standardize the crops of the farmers that we have in a community wherein, okay, we have a demand for cucumber, so you need to plant cucumber. Farmer A, B, and C will plant cucumber, while farmers D, E, and F will plant tomatoes. And that is one of our advantage because we are the ones dictating the demand, the plants to be planted by the farmers, and that is how we make it to the point to increase their income because there is a control on the supply. That's why the prices are also in control.
Thank you. So, we have Searca.
Can I just go back on the previous question? So dun sa pag-expand ng market access ng farmers, one solution is the clustering. But with that clustering, they should also be applying for good GAP certification, good agricultural practices. And the hindrance in applying for GAP certification is record keeping. Even the PSA na pupunta sila sa farmers, isa-isa na farmers sa mga farms, nagtatanong, ilan ba yung na-harvest nyo for this season? Anong presyo? Magkano nyo nabenta? So in the end, guesswork din yung data na nagagather ng PSA because the farmers are not keeping records of how much they spent for the season, how much they earn. Ang nangyayari lang yung, for example, for kamote, you plant that for 3 months. You start with the initial capital like 30,000 for labor and everything. Tapos pag nabenta nila for around 30 pesos, they consider it a win. Pero ang nangyayari, ang total na napagbentahan lang nila ay 40,000. So 10,000 lang yung profit talaga nila. So my point is, they should have better access to markets through GAP certification. And ayun talaga yung first step para maka-access sila ng record keeping. That's why advantageous talaga yung may digital agriculture. That's why for our technology, we are trying to take advantage of the data that we can gather from the farmers to analyze the supply and demand of agricultural inputs.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I need a word from the education. To Searca, sir. Sir, do you have any recommendation to our government on how to further